record crowd gathers at Eden Park to see the Springboks play the Maoris. Maoris come to the game from all over New Zealand, and by midday the ground's full. A few minutes before the game starts, a heavy downpour of rain dampens the estimated 60,000 crowd and puts the kibosh on Maori fans to stage a poi dance and action songs. But suddenly the sun shines brightly as the two teams come out onto the field. The Maoris perform a haka. Salty Durand, Springbok vice-captain, dances his own little haka. Walters kicks off for the Maoris in a game that rugby followers throughout the country, mindful of the Maoris' magnificent game against the British team in 1950, expect to be the game of the season. But the first scrums and lineouts immediately show that the Springbok forward strength is going to give their backs a monopoly of the ball. The Maoris are heartened when Maru Walters, their fullback, puts down a beautiful 50-yard kick into touch. But the South African backs that were so startlingly defeated by New Zealand universities only a few days ago quickly show their abilities when they're given room to move. Again, Nell and Kirkpatrick combine, but Maru Walters brings his man down in a glorious tackle. Rios gets the ball from the loose and swings play out to the other side. To Van Vollenhoven, but he's well caught by Cartney. The Maoris attack. Davis makes ground from the scrum, but his pass is wide. Walsh is able to save, but the South Africans regain possession from the Maoris, a common feature of the day's play. Rios runs infield. Walters tackles him well, but Retief and Stark are there, and Retief goes over for a try near the posts. Vivier converts to make the score 5-0 after 12 minutes of play. From set play, Menzies kicks ahead to Cartney's wing, and eager for business, Cartney goes down the line, but Vivier recovers and manages to clear. In slow motion, our cameras show the way the Springboks, besides getting possession from their forwards, often had the ball given to them by the Maoris. Kirkpatrick sends the ball out to Van Vollenhoven. A pretty kick, but fullback Maru Walters coolly saves from a dangerous situation. In midfield, the Maori forwards show for a few moments a bit of fire and go down the paddock with the ball at their toes. Pat Walsh at centre keeps looking for opportunities all day. He sends a well-placed kick into Springbok territory and chases after it. But Vivier is there to kick for the line. No, it doesn't find touch, and Menzies replies with a beautifully placed line kick right to the corner flag. With 26 minutes gone, however, Howe soon turns the tables. Slicing through the defense, he balloons a pass infield. It bounces kindly for Stark, and the big forward races into the Maori 25. Out it goes to Nell, and he cracks on the speed to go over for a grand try. Vivier's kick misses, and South Africa are 8, the Maoris 0. From loose play, Walsh makes another break and short punts ahead. The Maoris are on attack again. Out comes the ball to Taitoko, but he unfortunately kicks the ball dead. Maori boys still seem to have plenty of sting in them. But what's this? A kick by Howe, rears the steer of all defense, and he's over. With Vivier converting, 13-0 says the half-time scoreboard. The Springbok team is enjoying a feast of the ball and playing at the top of its form. It's clear as the second half starts that the Maoris are going to have a hard job to make up the leeway. Howe flips through infield and sends it on to Retief. The The Maori forwards are completely bewildered as they watch Ackerman finish a brilliant 55-yard movement with a beautiful try, with only Menzies attempting to stop him. Again, Vivier converts, and South Africa are 18 points in front. Even when the Maoris get possession, they lamentably lose it. Pryor gets the ball from the back of the line-out, but Emery can't reach his pass. But watch the Springboks. Even though Stark is tackled, he manages to flip the ball out like a pip out of an orange. And of course, it keeps on going from Nell to Kirkpatrick. A nice kick. But Menzies runs it into touch. On a few occasions, the Maoris get possession and they fight back strongly. Their back line moving well, but unable to penetrate the South African defenses. On the other hand, the South African backs are handling confidently and moving easily. Their strong running backs make the most of ragged defense. And Breers, as he had done a few minutes earlier, goes over again in the corner for his third try of the match. Vivier, with a fine long-range kick from a difficult angle, converts. And the South Africans are now 28 points ahead. Walsh and Cartheney try desperately to stage a Maori rally. Cartheney shows his strength as he crashes past Van Vollenhoven, and it takes another two Springboks to get him to the ground. The Maori forwards are wilting, but even when Hill gets the ball from a line-out, the good work is undone by the failure of the backs to penetrate. Gray's attempt to crash through the strong defense again failed. A try by Klaassen and a pot by Vivier takes the score to 34-0. And the South Africans don't give the Maori backs the faintest chance of breaking through. The only chances they get come from two penalties in quick succession. Mauro Walters, otherwise putting up a creditable performance as fullback, misses both. The kick is short and the Boks form back again. Pee Wee Howe shows just how elusive he is, dropping twice off his left foot as he jinks his way through. Then to cap the lot with only a minute to go, after loose play in front of the post, Vivier pots, taking his personal total to 16 points for the game, and the Springboks to a resounding lead of 37-0. The crowd is starting to stream out of the ground in the last minute of play, and the Springboks are attacking again as the final whistle blows. In a particularly sporting, if somewhat one-sided game, the South Africans have given the public a feast of open, high-scoring and brilliant play, and have themselves received a great tonic as they prepare for the final test against New Zealand.